Hi guys, it's me Alissa, and today I'm going to answer the biggest question that I have received, which is how do you afford to travel around the world at such a young age? I am 26 right now, but I have been to 35 countries by the age of 25. So it all started when I was 16 years old, and that was teaching English. So I taught English at a language school for about 2 years part-time while studying in university. And after that, during university, I think at the age of 17, I went for a TESOL course. So I did that over the summer break. Instead of traveling, I decided to invest in myself and took a TESOL course. And now I'm a certified English teacher. And that really opens the door to teaching anywhere in the world. So after graduation, I didn't teach, but I joined this organization called Isaac. And it's a global organization that focuses on leadership development in young people. And because it's so diverse and has so many conferences all around the world, I had the opportunity to join a few of them abroad. And of course, while going for those conferences, I also decided to travel a bit. I paid for these trips by myself because I already earned some money from working at Isaac. It wasn't much because it's a not-for-profit organization, but it was enough to go abroad along with my savings that I earned from teaching English before that. Oh, by the way, I graduated at the age of 20 because I also entered university quite early at the age of 16. So that sort of gave me a good head start and be able to work and earn my money from quite a young age. So after working at Isaac in Thailand, I decided to apply for president at Isaac in Laos, and that was my first time going to Laos, and it lasted for a year. I was actually volunteering there for a whole year. Well, we earned a tiny bit of money because we were a startup with basically no budget at all. So we made $1 per day, so that's $30 a month. I had a small team. There were crazy people, but amazing. We had to also work part-time to make a living, and my part-time job was teaching English at a language school. Once again, I earned $12 an hour, working 12 hours a week for 9 months. During my tenure in Laos, I also had the opportunity to travel to New York, as I was invited to attend this huge summit at the United Nations headquarters. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so I was really blessed to have had that opportunity. And I also went to other conferences in India, in China, Morocco, Taiwan, Cambodia, and probably a few other countries that I don't remember at the moment. So after having completed my term in Laos, I went for an exchange program with Isaac to Kyrgyzstan. That was in 2016. Yeah, I was 22. And I spent 6 months in Kyrgyzstan teaching English there. And that was again an amazing experience. I got to live with a local Kyrgyz host family, and I loved them so much. After Kyrgyzstan, I came back to Thailand for just a week, and then I went to another trip in India. I went to Leh Ladakh. That was just for holidays. I was there for 2 weeks. Then after that, I again came back to Thailand and I started my full-time job. And unfortunately, the company shut down after 3 months. So I had to find another job, which I got thanks to connections. I got a consulting job, like an education consulting job. It didn't pay me that much either. I earned about $300 per month at that time. So that job lasted for about 4 months, and then that same company allowed me to be their English teacher online. But I only taught part-time online because I still thought that back then having a stable full-time job with a base salary would be the safest and the best thing to do. So then I was invited by a friend to work at the company that she worked for, which was a recruitment agency. It offered a better salary at least. I didn't have much recruiting experience, but I got the job and I started with earning 25,000 baht. So that's the equivalent of about $830 per month, which was a bit better, but still not that great to travel the world. But they had commissions, so every time I placed a candidate, I would have commissions. I did already travel a little bit during my holidays when I had a weekend, public holiday, and my annual leaves combined, I would go abroad and travel. So during my time working full-time for 1.5 years at this company, I went to Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Switzerland, France, Brunei, and Nepal. But after working for about 1.5 years, I quit the job in 2018. So I was 24 years old. Yeah, I was 24. I decided to become a freelancer, totally freelance. So that was a big step, but I was well prepared enough, because before quitting my job, I decided to invest in real estate. As long as I still had my payslip with my monthly salary on it, I was able to take a loan from a bank and buy a condominium unit. And from that, I earned from rent. So right now I'm earning passively from tenants, but I need to make sure that I constantly have new tenants once the contracts are over. So this is what I am doing right now as a freelancer since 2018. I have been teaching English online. If I'm at home all day, I teach on average for like 10 to 12 hours. It's really crazy. I tend to get fully booked by my students. I teach mostly Thai adults. I teach business English, sometimes general English, some soft skills like presentations, job interviews, and so on. And of course, from my recruiting experience, I also decided to become a freelance recruiter. And I have clients from all over the world. I'm recruiting for different industries like finance, marketing, sales, IT, languages, and so on. And I have placed candidates of different levels from junior to C-level. I also earn from that. Hopefully, after opening my YouTube channel, maybe someday in the future I will earn from YouTube as well, but I don't know. Right now I just have 749 subscribers. Apart from that, I also try to sell stock photos like on Shutterstock. You can also check out my portfolio in the link below. So some people have been indirectly curious on how much I make as a freelancer. Of course, they're polite enough to not directly ask me like, how much do you earn a month? Because that's not what you normally ask somebody. I get it. I get questions like, is traveling your full-time job? Or how do you travel? How do you travel around the world? How can you afford it? And so on. So my answer isn't gonna be clear, unfortunately, because my income varies. Some months I get fully booked by students, others I don't. Sometimes I close candidates, sometimes I don't. But I would say this past year, on average, I would say I make maybe around $3,000 per month on average. Of course, I had some worse months where I made maybe 1,000-ish. I hope this answers your question. That was as transparent as I could be. And of course, that is only possible when I take a break from traveling and fully focus on work at home. But while I'm on the go, I make way less. So I don't travel full-time nonstop, but I take big breaks and I travel big at the same time. So I would do 3 months of just working, 3 months of just traveling. That's how I travel around the world. So during my first full year of freelancing, I traveled 10 different countries, including Thailand, Indonesia, the United States, Switzerland, France, Germany, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Spain. And well, after that, 2020 happened. COVID-19 happened. Luckily, I was in Thailand, so I had the chance to travel around Thailand a lot because Thailand contained the spread of the virus pretty well for about half a year. So I took the chance and traveled while there weren't a lot of other tourists there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you do like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. If you have any more questions, you can ask them in the comments, or you can also follow me on Instagram and message me directly. I'm more than happy to discuss. And yeah, I hope to see you again next time.